And just to keep it all straight, I made some notes on the wives and children of Caleb. This is basically from chapter 2, verses 42 to 50. The wives are Azubah and Ephrath, or Ephrathah, and the concubines Jerioth, Maacah, and Ephah. And I'm going to read the parts where it is in the Bible and why I gave the children to, well, I didn't give them to him, but a few of them were confusing. So Azubah is mentioned in chapter 2, verse 18. As for Caleb the son of Hezron, he became father to sons by Azubah his wife and by Jerioth. And these were her sons. When it says these were her sons, I just assumed that it was talking about Azubah and not Jerioth. So I gave these three to Azubah. And it says eventually Azubah died, so Caleb took to himself Ephrath, who in time bore her to him. Chapter 2, verse 18 is the only mention of Jerioth. And verse 42. Says before, and the sons of Caleb the brother of Jeramiah were Misha his firstborn, and the sons of Marisha. So I gave the firstborn son to Jerioth, which is not designated. It doesn't actually say who the mother is here. That's how I made sense of this verse. Chapter 2, verse 46. As for Ephah, the concubine of Caleb, she gave birth to Haran, and Moza, and Gezez. So that's Ephah without the R in it. Verse 48. As for Caleb's concubine Maacah, she gave birth to Sheber and Tirhana. And then it talks about in time she bore Sheaf, and Caleb's daughter was Agsah. So it doesn't say that Maacah's daughter was Agsha, but in the context I just put her with Maacah. So I put I gave firstborn Misha and Marisha to Jerioth. I gave the daughter Agsah to Maacah. And these are just, again, clips of Caleb and Azubah, these three. Caleb and Ephrath, just her. And that's there. So moving over, we did Jeramiel, Caleb, and Asher. So the line continues through Ram. I'll just show you where we are over here. We've got Judah, Pharez, Hezron, and Ram. So it goes from Aminadab down to Jesse and then David. I'll show you how I've done it here. So Aminadab down to Jesse here. And these are the children of Jesse, 9. 2 of them were daughters. In pink, these are the children of the daughters, Abigail and her husband Jether, and Zeruiah. Everything in blue are David's sons by his 8 wives, 20 children mentioned. This group here are 10 children mentioned by his concubines, nameless. Only daughter Tamar mentioned. So you can see which wife in the upper left box. If you click on each square, David and Maacah, and then Higgith, and so on. So through Solomon, son of Bathsheba, you have the kings down to Josiah, children of Josiah, King Jeconiah, his 8 sons, and then from there it deviates with off the kingship into brothers. Pedaiah, it goes off on Pedaiah and his children down to a few more generations, which takes you down to approximately there. I have to do some more research on that. Throughout Chronicles, there are many people that are not attached to father or clearly identified as where they belong. So I have used the term stragglers to define these. And Judah has a lot of so-called stragglers, and so I organized them in a list, and I'm just going to briefly show the location in the First Chronicles. Generally, you can get an idea of where, what vicinity they are in time, and a relative that is not too distant, based on the context. So for Judah, I've got approximately 12, 14 so-called stragglers, and I have put the scripture verse where they are, and the first mention of them, the name to identify where it starts. And I have also made mini descendant charts for each of these stragglers. I'll read an example here. The first one here is at 1 Chronicles 2 verse 55. It says, "And the families of the scribes dwelling at Jabez were the Tirathites, the Shimeathites, the Sukathites. These were the Kenites that came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab." So this is the first mention of Hamath. I don't really know where these belong, so I put I just grouped it this way. Hamath at the top, he's the father of the house of Rechab. Scribes dwelling at Jabez, which are the Kenites, and then these three offspring that come, tribes that come from this group here. So those are the 12, and I also highlighted these in the Chronicles in the green. So the one in gray is the one that I found a bit confusing language. In yellow highlights is everything that has to do with Caleb so far, with his uh, wives, and then the blue has to do with uh, characters that are not uh, identified as to where they are. Jabez, Chelub the brother of Shuhai, Caleb the son of Jephunneh, Jehalalel, the sons of Ezra. All these are not grouped. Just a quick overview here of Judah. Then down the kings here.